And it became clear that much of this scribbling was dependent on my knowledge of what patterns looked like at the time and how they might have been assembled. And the half drop is one of the key things. You could see quite clearly that the pattern was weighted like this. And you could also measure the width between these lines. And so that gave you a width that is critical in determining what kind of material you might be using. And so I went through every single existing image of every single damask that I could find at the period to see whether it, by assembling it in a sort of Photoshop way, it would marry up with the dimensions and the weight and the flow of what we were seeing. But it never really quite worked. This is a compound figured weave, and from 1774 to 92, and you can see that actually you see these little branches here, and I'm making this quick, but there is another image. You can just have to imagine that actually this is meant to be side by side. It isn't working as a half draw. And then looking more widely, of course, and looking at existing installations of damask, what we find consistently, and Annabelle can correct me, what we find consistently is actually they are straight across, and this is Audley End nearby, so you can see it. You see the repeat is straight across, straight across, straight across, straight across, and that is the convention, it seems, in hanging these things, the silks, in hanging them with the match going straight across. The right pattern types, if you like, the ones with a built-in drop in them, did exist, but only in brocades, and also, of course, in embroideries, which aren't anything controlled by the mechanisms of a loom and a repeat. And so, you know, the most elaborate of these are the great French brocades for the royal orders, and I'm just showing you one example from Fontainebleau from